Hey, what is up, YouTube? It is Liam here. Um, First of all, today was an amazing day. We got to interview with a developer at the Fun Pimps Entertainment, all about 7 Days to Die. First of all, I want to thank Rick Huenink for coming along. He is one of the developers. Him and his brother have been working on 7 Days to Die for quite a while now. I myself have been playing 7 Days to Die almost since I began streaming. So we're talking about 5 months. I've been playing 7 Days to Die, and I absolutely love it. Having the opportunity to talk to him today with Camel, great experience, and I want to thank him personally for bringing us some keys that we could give away at the live stream. It was amazing. Thank you so much. So, without further ado, here is the interview we had. Or pretty much, I'm just going to play the whole thing in here. I'll chuck some little annotations down the bottom of bits throughout the whole thing. But he was an amazing guy. He was able to answer so many questions today. It was brilliant. So if you want to know anything about the upcoming 7 Days to Die version Alpha like 9 and further, and what he's looking at in the future, he answered everything. And all the links below for Camel's show, for 7 Days to Die, the Twitter, the Facebook, everything you need to know will be down below. We are going to be hopefully planning on getting 7 Days to Die, the Rick Huenink and his brother on the stream as well, which would be great, so we could all have a little play around in game. All day we've been playing in game, talking, and it's just been amazing. So yeah, here we go. Here's the footage. We did stuff it up a little bit. We were going to have all cameras here, as you can see, but technical issues just wasn't working out. Skype kept shutting down, so we moved on to TeamSpeak, where you guys can hear them a lot clearer. So yeah, here you guys go. Have a good day.
All right, everybody said it's good. Okay, so guys, I'm sorry about the problems. We've had problems all evening. First, we couldn't even get a game to go right. We joined some random guy's server. Of course, he didn't catch us in there, but it's just been problems after problems. So thank you guys for sticking around. We appreciate it. It's awesome. Anyway, we've got Rick Huenink here with us. Richard Huenink with us here. He's the creator of the 7 Days to Die game. Also have Liam Steven here, which is the guy over this channel here, my partner in crime in the Liam and Camel show. Of course, we're going to be posting the link for that anytime now for the new YouTube channel that we have opening up. We've got several videos that are about to come out for Arma 3 Series, 7 Days to Die, Heroes in general, several different ones. We're going to be giving away keys for 7 Days to Die tonight. We've also got keys that are going to be going out later. I think next week, our next podcast, we're going to have some premium keys for Heroes in general. So you guys be sure to subscribe to Liam and Steven project here on Twitch, and also in that Liam and Camel show, we're going to be doing that as well. Thank you, Russ Woods, for helping us there. So anyway, Liam, how are you? Doing good?
Brilliant, mate. Just having great fun with technology today. Brilliant.
Incredible. Rick, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to deal with all of our tech problems.
Oh, that's all right. Twitch is kind of new to me still. I've joined a few Twitch interviews before, and I don't think any of them went off without a hitch, no matter how big the guy was, that was doing it, or how it seems like, there's usually something that has to be sorted out. But I'm glad to be here, and hopefully happy to answer questions that you guys have, or some of the audience has. I think everybody's really our team is super excited about Alpha 9. I can't talk about it enough. It's it's our best build to date, and we've got a little ways to go on it yet. We're still shooting for August 8th. Barring any unforeseen, it's looking reasonably decent there. barring any unforeseen, larger glitches, like chunks quit drawing on servers or things like that that could slow us down. But it's got a lot of great stuff in it.
It's awesome.
So,
So what's your what would you say is probably your favorite part about the build so far? What we have 8.8.
the one you have now.
Yeah, or 9, or if you want to talk about 9, we're more than happy to listen about what's going on with 9.
It's not far off. August 8th is like 9 days away, and if it slips a bit, I can see it. Worst case scenario, a week later. But if things go well, have it. But my favorite part is the random world. It has a centralized random city in the middle. It's different every time. You spawn around the random city. You can go try to loot it. It's kind of hard, but you might be better off to go out and explore. But it's not the only point of interest in the world. There's other points of interest too. There's a road system and river system. It's I guess my favorite part, surprisingly, my favorite part is all the new GUI. But I do like the random world. Fog of War, you in the map you'll only see what you've discovered, and but we've added some things about it to help players along. Waypoint system, so you can find a spot in the world and say, hey, there's something really neat over here, and give somebody the coordinates, or set a waypoint so you can remember where it's at.
Oh, that's very nice.
So weapon attack.
Right. Yeah. NPCs and leveling. Is there anything to look into?
Oh, you mean like NPCs and story points?
Yeah.
That's not. We don't have anything in Alpha 9 yet for that. The big things to be excited about coming up are random gen, brand new GUI. The GUI looks amazing. The crafting system is cleaner. Oh wow, there's a zombie coming for me. What am I doing?
Not paying attention.
I gotta get out of it. I gotta run and hide.
It's a fugue
and
state.
then after Alpha 9, we've got a character artist, an animator, and a programmer spending part of his time all working on full motion capture and improved zombie combat with motion capture animations. The guy's feet don't slide around in the world anymore. They're anchored to the world. They die dynamically. That stuff is really cool and exciting. We have a lot of work invested in character systems with new characters and armor attachments. So when you see, that's all coming Alpha 10, I'll call it, which we don't think is going to be like 6 weeks after Alpha 9. We think it's more like a 1 month time frame. But post Alpha 10, I think we're looking, I think, at workshopping vehicles.
Awesome.
Nice.
So we're looking at 7 days to patch, huh?
Yeah.
Corny Chillbilly's corny joke number 1.
All right. Yeah.
So Rick, you work on this game with your brother, which I'm sure that's just an awesome experience. Both of you are experienced game developers, and what's life like around the office?
Oh well, we all actually work from Skype. Our team is our team is international, I guess, if you really want to get down to it. We have a couple guys in Germany. We have about 4 of us in Dallas. I'm one of them. My brother is in Nebraska. We have one of our artists is in Washington, Seattle, and we have a programmer in Tulsa as well. And there's about 9 of us all together. We're a small team. I think we kind of like to stay small so we can, have a quick meeting about something and move quick on ideas that are good for the game.
I know I spend a great deal of time pestering you on Skype, and I didn't realize that was your office, or I would quit that. Of course, you got that guy Shane working with you, a really nice guy too.
Yeah.
Him at it as well. He's a really, really good feller.
Yeah, we have a great team. I can't speak enough about them. I mean, I worked for 3D Realms. I worked for Gearbox and a company in California called The Collective, and all great people I've worked with, and they've taught me a lot. But this project and this team I'm a little bit partial to. They're my favorite. So yeah, we.
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was done.
Okay. It's an interesting question that Troslin here has put up here. Is a question, what about weapon attachments? It would be nice to customize guns, for example, a suppressor on a pistol. Then we could move more stealthily while shooting a gun.
If Joel has his way, which I think he will, we'll be doing that. And there's no resistance by anybody on the team to adding those type of things, like bayonet attachments or scopes or suppressors, like even like a homemade suppressor, like, you see in the movies, somebody puts like a garden hose on the end of a gun and, it suppresses it.
Or a baseball bat in Walking Dead.
Yeah. Lots of stuff like that. But, a lot of the ideas, a lot of the ideas have come from guys on the forums, and this has been an organic development cycle. We had the core game idea, and people have grown to really care about the game enough to put time and energy into researching great mechanics to add to the game. And as developers, we can't resist the opportunity to tap into that stuff, and we don't care where the ideas comes from. It doesn't matter if it's one of us or it's a guy in the forums. If it's a great idea, and we have the bandwidth to do it, we'll do it.
I hate to bring up old stories and everything, and I think I've already discussed this with you, but I wanted to bring it up again. Maybe you probably didn't really think about it, but when in Alpha 1, when you just finished the Kickstarter campaign, you'd gotten enough money for at least the first part of development. I wrote a blog about the difference. People compared 7 Days to Die to Minecraft and DayZ and all these other games, and I thought that was funny because in my blog I wrote about the experience I had playing 7 Days to Die for the first time when the first alpha keys went out, and of course everybody was sitting there waiting and waiting for keys, and my first experience was Minecraft never ever had me sitting on top of a roof curled up in an ass ball waiting till morning. It was that much of a shock to me because I wasn't expecting the kind of game that you produced, especially in Alpha 1. That had that, and the thing that drives I think me to keep coming back to it is the ever changingness of it, and I want to say that I want to say this officially, I appreciate the fact that you have changed the game from me being able to tuck into an ass ball on top of a roof safely to, oh no, there's climbing zombies and bugs that fly and kill you now. So thank you for that. And it seems like you're just making all these things to destroy me.
Yeah.
And,
don't take it personal when players invent new ways to stop the zombies. we want to invent new ways to challenge the players. So, and we want
So I
the,
should blame
the
them.
difficulty to be scaled. Yeah, well, the more inventive they get, of course we want the AI to be really awesome, and we're working on that. We've been working on that off and on, and giving the players new tools. These Gore blocks, for example, going in Alpha 9, are an example of, you know, thinking outside the box. We have a dynamic world, therefore let's change the world dynamically and let's challenge the player. You have to make an interesting decision. If you built a basic fort with 4 walls around it and a door, you stand on top of your wall and you kill the zombies. I mean, you have the interesting decision of killing the zombies and letting them pile up into Gore blocks, therefore they can jump over your wall, or you can stand behind your wall and try to repair it as they tear through it or tear under it. And so I guess it's evolving gameplay, and that's what interests us. We wanted to make a game that was dynamic. What we liked about Minecraft was the fact that the world changed, and that the player could build things. That's what we have in common with Minecraft. The only thing we have in common with DayZ is the fact that they're zombies, Although I would say zombies are, we take the zombies very seriously. We want to make them great, and nothing against DayZ. It's a different type of game. But we're as developers, I think our team has been much more inspired by Fallout, Resident Evil 4, games like that. The fact that it's an open world and players can play cooperatively in player versus player, player versus environment in our game. It has those things in common with DayZ, but I think that's where the similarities end. So we want to work on the things that have to do with the changing world, the dynamic world. And so that's why you're seeing things like Gore blocks go in. That's why you're seeing like the upgradable fort building we put in a while back. At some point, there's going to be a fire system in this game where things can catch on fire if they're a combustible block, Anyway, I don't know if I answered your question. I just kept rambling, but
No, yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, you've done an incredible job. An incredible job with the game. And Liam, you've got questions, I'm sure. I've been just rambling on like a little kid in a candy store or something.
Yeah, for sure. Has there been other games that you've been working on apart from this, apart from 7 Days?
I'm sorry, what?
Has there been other games that you've been working on like before 7 Days? Like, how did you get started in this?
Oh, well, I worked with my brother Joel, actually. Back '98, we started a company called 40 Rulers. We did a couple of games under that company name, and we did Gore Ultimate Soldier and Secret Service Security Breach, and as an independent studio, one for Dreamcatcher Interactive and the other for Activision.
Oh, nice.
And at that point, I went and started working in California. Joel kept working contract, doing games on his own. But that's kind of where I got started. Joel got me started in this industry, and I have him to thank for that. But it's been a lot of fun. I've got to work on Duke Nukem, 3D, or not 3D, Duke Nukem, the latest, and I got to work on the Borderlands projects and Brothers in Arms for Gearbox, and now this game. And I got to work on Star Wars while I was in California.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So
what about texture packs? Will there be custom texture packs that we, the players, can add in?
We want to do that. We want to add a custom atlas so players can, I guess modders or even developers who enjoy our tech, in our workshop can add textures to and make custom blocks so that, they can make a whole full add-on. If things go right with the world building software, people will be able to do full conversions with our tools. And like if you imagine if you wanted to make a castle, like set the decorator to be only snowy biomes and pine forests, and you wanted to place kind of like medieval huts and castles only, and then you wanted to get some custom texture art in there. Maybe you wanted to make a mod that was more like a Van Helsing, 7 Days to Die meets Van Helsing or something,
Yeah.
I think that we want to make all that kind of stuff possible, so the community can make the game they always wanted to make with our tools.
Wow.
Oh, I'm dying now. Hold on.
Yeah, I've just walked into a massive horde, so I'm gonna refuel, and I just used the last
User
of all
left
my.
your channel.
And
ammo.
I've gotten kicked out of the game. Did you ban me, Rick?
No, I did not ban you. I have no idea what happened there. So, is there any chance there will be, yeah, custom textures, yes. Custom models, things like that, yes. The first thing you're going to see in Workshop is custom prefabs and worlds, and then it'll expand from there.
Here's a question about playing offline.
Yeah.
Without
I'm
internet.
logged in.
Now, I discussed this with you one time, didn't I, about requiring Steam or whatever?
Yes, that is. We looked into that a while back, and it turned out to be a larger can of worms to solve that than. It wasn't an easy thing, and it isn't an easy thing, so we didn't do it yet. It's been requested. We're not trying to to avoid that problem. We just haven't. We've been focusing on other things. That is actually a Unity problem. That any game that you see on Steam that is built on the Unity engine, you'll see that it has that problem. It shares that same problem, which is there is no offline mode. Which means we have to kind of get down to buying a Unity source license, or waiting till they fix that, so we can get down into raw C++ and assembly code to address the problem. People that use gas. Yes, vehicles with gas, and on top of gas, we're really big on the idea of making oil a resource underground that you can find oil deposits, and therefore be a clan that is gas wealthy, so to speak, where one clan might have a gas well on vehicles, while the other one's like scrounging around the world trying to make ethanol out of corn.
I have a question. Do you have any food on you?
Do I?
Oh yes, I'll come back up to you
I
guys.
do
My
not.
bag's full. I've got guns and everything.
He's been
You're
playing.
useless.
We're both like.
Yeah.
Well, I died like 3 times.
Leave
It's
those
kinda
poor
hard to,
zombies
like,
alone.
be
Sorry, guys.
To be good at the game and
Always
and
get carried
talk
away.
at the same time. I'm not a good multitasker. I'm more of a zone into one thing, and that's what I do.
Yeah. How
When you guys
about
plan on
electricity?
adding-
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. What?
What about electricity? Spotlights.
Electricity. All right. So we have got a couple plans there. One of them is to use the small engine. You can find or craft a small engine in the world and build a cage framework and a gas can and make a generator, and that generator would have more of an area effect, if you will. In other words, it would power up things within its radius instead of we've discussed like wiring systems like Minecraft, but we feel that's kind of tedious and not the right thing for our game. So more of just an area effect. So you could, if you had a generator in your fort, it would power up electrical things within X distance. But things like auto turrets, I think, are going to require like a car battery, and you'll be charging your car batteries, and finding car batteries and then charging them up, if you will, to keep some of your remote gadgets working. We think that's going to be a nice little gameplay loop. So,
Nice.
you guys.
We've run off without you. He's digging a hole down in the ground. I remember he's trying to
non-hostile NPCs. So, we've talked about when we get quest-giving NPCs in, how far we'll go with NPCs. I don't want to promise that we'll have companion NPCs, like you can go give a hobo food and then he'll be your buddy, and you can equip him with a gun and he'll watch your fort while you're off the server and things like that. I mean, we'd like to do that kind of thing. Have companions, whether it be a friendly dog, or like another survivor you find in the world that you just, as long as you keep him fed, he'll follow you, so to speak. Maybe some basic commands. So, but we're not promising that sort of thing. We are committed for sure to having an NPCs that give you quests in the game.
That's very cool. Types of doorways, like mine shafts, up, down, gate style. Would you be looking into? Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, we can do trap doors, and we're working on a door system where the block type doors we had before, we switch those out to model doors that look nicer and they animate, and we can do double doors and trap doors like at the top of a ladder and things like that then. What about the bandits? Bandits are being concepted. When we finish our zombie mocap pass, which is really coming along nicely, we can get into bandit AI, and the mocaps turned out so good that we want to go back out to Just Cause in LA and do a capture session for bandits and player moves. That's the plan. I could see us going into another capture session only for bandits and players in I don't know, September maybe. Things go well. Late September. We'll be wrapping up zombies for the most part by then. ETA on new animations. One guy says here, okay, yeah. Well, we have one zombie fully mocapped out with small pain sets. You can shoot them in the leg, they'll grab their leg. It's locational based damage and it's cumulative damage. So the combat's going to improve with the mocap zombies. They're motion driven animations too, so they plant their feet and the speed they move about the world is based on the animation. So they look anchored to the world, and it's really amazing looking. It's going to be a huge upgrade. So we wanted to narrow our focus for Alpha 9 so we could give you guys something really close to August 8th. So that's why we're delaying the mocap zombies. They're pretty far along. I suspect a couple weeks after Alpha 9, they'll be ready to go with all zombies, with all new mocap and all zombies with new. There's some state changes in there that are different. Like I said, you could shoot them in the leg and they'll grab their leg and things like that.
Alright guys, we're going to pause it here, coming up to the 30-minute mark. If you are still watching, please drop the like And if you could, please thank Richard in the comments. Just say thank you, Richard, taking so much time out of his day just to help us out with these Q&As and being able to help us out with the keys. Alright, so I'll see you guys over at part 2. Thank you so much.